Still setting the things up. So KBS. Okay. Okay, so this is my first attempt to do something isometric, so don't be too bad with me. So, okay, rotation, nothing. Okay. Well, let's save that I didn't at the start. Okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be a bar, and precisely my bar. So okay, I still have to figure out these kind of things in isometric world. Like I said, it's my very first time. And actually, I don't know how many of you are following me. Anybody here? I am alone. I'm also in GPU. Okay, cool. This is my chair. It's very noisy. Okay. Mm-hmm. There was that technique to rotate it precisely of 45. No, it was not this one. Maybe no. Ah, Blender Guru teached it, and I forgot. How could I forget it? I cannot. maybe not shear. Anybody remember how to rotate it? So maybe it was on this. Maybe shrink 45. No. Ah, yes, maybe. Only. No. It was not shrink. Oh, what it was? Save over. It was something with the S. This is to sphere. Save over. No. Maybe shear. X. No. Maybe it took a note. Just a moment, I watch to my notes. Come back. Wait a moment. Okay, it was shear. I'm back. So, if only I could remember how to use that. Okay. So let's try not here, but with a new object, like a plane. Okay. Let's go for it only. And it was something like this. Ha! Found. Shear only on this axis. remember it. Perfect. So let's try again. One minus one. Okay. No, semi-okay. Oh, come on. What am I doing wrong here? I don't understand. Help! Nothing. Maybe because it was not the active element. Maybe. Maybe not. Or not. No problem. I will just rotate it this way. Yes. Since it doesn't work. 45. Okay. Yeah. This is a fridge, something to keep the things cold. I don't know the exact name, refrigerator maybe. Okay, and this little bit, oh, well. Yes. Yes. There's no necessity for that. Okay. How many following? Nobody. Let's see. No, you cannot find me. Why? Am I live? Yes, I am. Oh, hey! I was searching if I was in live or I was not because nobody was interacting. Hi, I'm okay, somebody to raise. I'm creating an isometric bar. Actually, it's my very first isometric attempt, so not very sure it will end up very well. But I'm trying. Hoping everything will go well. Do you like isometric ever model it? Okay, so something like this. Me too. I always watched people making it, but never made. Oh. Actually, Blender Guru teached a thing about shearing these lines, like Control Alt Shift S. But for some reasons, I cannot figure it out to work in a cube, only on planes, like this one. Plane. Oh, where is it? I missed the plane. Like this one, it works. Epsilon 1, no, neither work. Okay, maybe I'm missing the use of the shear thing. It depends on the kind of dimension. For example, this one is 22 inks, and yes, it's pretty expensive. Paid 700. But you can find this kind of panel less big. That can cost like 200 or 300, I think. It's by Uyon. I don't know if you know that. It's a brand that is going against Wacom. Wacom is very expensive. I don't suggest it. Well, I don't suggest it if you don't have money. I don't have, so I go for Uyon. That has a very good support for Linux, because there is a there is a person that is making the drivers to work even in Linux, which is cool because I use Linux. Actually, I use it for work, so it's something that I am invested, and I can see a return in my investment. So it's not like hobby, but it's work. So yes, it makes sense. But maybe for an individual, yes, it could be very expensive. I don't know. Brazil is that bad in monetary status. Anyway, I'm from Italy. Even here, we are not very rich. Not everybody, at the least. Okay. Two. Yes. Set the two. Maybe actually I don't bake that much, so I'm not very an expert. But the black value because could be. Have you checked your materials, setups, and maybe. I remember I read something about the black texture. Maybe. Let me watch if I find something. Maybe you didn't bake. I don't know. Maybe you didn't bake something here, like, don't know, the mission or something like that. Not sure. You know, I don't used to bake. I should learn how to do that, but I don't do that. It's to do. Actually, baking is good for gaming and real time, but I don't do both, so I never checked that. Okay, then what I was doing? Oh yes, the marble. The two. I just render. I render it out. Generally, I use Shipit. Do you know Shipit? It's a distributed render farm, and it's very cool because basically you let your computer render, and then you gain points. These points gives you priority, and then when you need that priority, for example, you need to render this kind of project. Almost everybody on the farm, which are like 1,000 machines, render your project. So you can have it, for example, rendered in an hour instead of 20 days. It's cool. So I work as a compositor, 3D modeler, or something like that. Motion graphics. Yeah, the texture actually are imported externally. For example, for polygon or like any GG textures or CC0 texture, and it's imported, and materials are created in 3D, so in the node editor here, like this one. Pretty basic. If you don't bake, you will have a very slower render, but baking it's a technique that everybody should know, actually. I don't know, but everybody should. I will as soon as I can, but not now. So actually not as sure as immediately as I can, so in the future, like, I don't know, maybe next month or when I have free time. I watch some tutorials, but I always forget how to use that. Basically because I don't use that. Okay, so forgive my English because it's not very well. I don't used to talk that much. I understand that, but I don't talk it. So sometimes I could say something weird. Yes, but I think you can find a lot of tutorials on that. And nothing. You just render it out like this one, this way. you set your... Well, it's basic. You cannot bake if you don't know how to render. So maybe you are coming for Blender render internal, because yes, maybe the something is different. Probably. I use it very fewer time than cycle. Oh, but which kind of error? Oh, the black error. Okay. Okay, that one. For me, oh, maybe it was something like you didn't set. Oh, I remember. Maybe I remember, because in cycle, okay, you need to have an image texture selected when you bake it. So like this, so you go to texture. Image texture, and you need to select that. So you create an empty image. Let me try if I can get it. So UV image editor, new image, test. I will call it test. 1:10:24 is okay. Color black, okay, and then test. So, let's try. Bake. No active UV layer. Oh yes, I didn't. Okay, this is a very basic test and probably won't work. Or it will be a mess. But just for the purpose to try if it works. So, no valid selected object. This one, bake. Texture baking. Let's see if it works. Baking. Almost finish it. 94, 95, 98. 100. Oh yes, maybe it baked. So let's see if it works. Let's connect it to diffuse. So you need to connect your texture to the material, to the shader node. So soft surface, and I think that it is working because there are no colors applied. If I disconnect this, wait, okay, if I disconnect it, it is black. So, okay, yeah, it's working. It is working. This is what? Was you following me? So I connected this test where I baked. What happened here? This test where I baked, and then I connect to the material, to the shader node. Maybe you didn't connect to the shader node. And then I connected the shader node to the output. Let me know if it worked. Take a test, then come back. The moment I go back 100 times. Okay, test new image, move. Assign material, yes, it was my last. Okay. I made a mess here. It's something very, very strange. What is it? Oh yeah. Okay, back. Very back. work it! Shear work it! Yay! Cool! Finally! Yay! No, work it so and so. There's still something that didn't happen. Didn't have to happen. No problem. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Second try. Only in the which axis? X. Shear only in x-axis. 1. Aha, good. Shear only x-axis 1. No, I was explaining you how to do that. I made it. You can go back. Maybe 4 minutes. I think 3-4 minutes in the live. I said that you can go back 4 hours, so 5 minutes is okay. Let me know if it works. Next one. It's not very working, this approach. Why? Doesn't matter. I will move it 1.1. I say .1. Minus .1. No! Yes. Anybody here? Okay, I need to change my chair. Or put some oil or do know something. Extrude.21. I really like Zero Project. They make Creative Commons music. Oh, hi, again. That one. Oh, see, it doesn't work. Oh, yes. And now it is Shift C. It seems so. Yes. Okay. So here, try hard and you'll make it. There was something like Sol, X, Xal. Yes, but not Xal. Maybe I did a mess. Yes, back. Not that much, but back. Okay. This is the times I'm missing AutoCAD. It's very good in this. Not like Blender, unfortunately. Okay, so let me think about it. How to join these two? Let's do just a merge at center. Oh. At center. Okay. Yeah, it worked. Oh, I did something wrong. It was not what I wanted to do. Well, yeah, it happens. Oh. Yeah, actually, you just have to to try a little bit of combinations. I prefer project from view. I like that one. I just use project from view and assign different UV maps. Like here, in what is that? Oh, yeah, okay, yes, it is the camera. In UV maps, I like to add more than one and assign from project from view 1, project from view the other one, or just assign like I'm doing now, assigning materials to faces and then unwrap that. And I'm losing my light. It's almost discharged. Actually, I'm going dark. It's by batteries. I need something by current. I have not. Textures have not problems actually, just you need to learn how to use them. Blender Guru has a bunch of tutorials on textures because of Polygon, so it's the master in this. Also Alexander, Gleb Alexandrov, also him. Now my concern is that in like a month I need to learn Blender 2.8, which is very cool actually, but I don't know. I tried it, I felt lost immediately. I said, oh no, what can I do? I don't know how to do anything, nothing. I felt so lost. Super light. Okay, I'm back. I exit the darkness to join the light. What was he doing before? Oh, I don't know. It's time to drink. And drinking reminded me what I was doing. -.1. No, not minus. .1. Z.1. Okay. This is supposed to be put. No, don't give up. Try again. Where you felt lost. Actually, I need to move my chat here because I can see that. Okay. So let me think. Oh yes. No. Yeah, this way. What? Yes, actually, some of my projects where I worked actually are not published, but some are instead in ArtStation, or anyway on my website. You can find all the links. That is gobbo.com, and you can find it on the description or on the card. I think yes, I think I added. Actually, now I'm starting to think to enrich my portfolio, because I generally do things for work. I don't do things for myself, to promote myself. So this is what I'm trying to do like now, because it is actually not a work. Yes, it is a work partially, but mainly it is not. So I want to relax a little bit, doing things that I like isometric. I always wanted to do this, but I never did. Because time, I have no time to do that. But now I got some time for me. Extrude that one. I like this song. Whoa, whoa. X 3 meters. No. -6. To the end. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, not emission, but yes, emission glossy. But maybe diffuse. Let's try diffuse. Nah, diffuse is better. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Maybe this should be different. I read a notification, but where? Wow. I'm doing some modifications. It was not like I wanted to be. Oops. Actually, should not lose the gloss if you bake it. Yeah, you lose it because you should bake diffuse, you should make glossy, you should make different kind of texture. Like, yeah, if you remember what I was saying before, you have image texture that goes to diffuse. If you bake everything in an image and you load it to diffuse, obviously you lose glossy. You should like wait. It should be maybe a shadless material. Maybe using a shadless material it can work. Okay, yes, but how? To be shadless, you should set to emission your node. You should try these kind of things. Actually, there was a way to. No. Something texture. If you import an image, it will be set into shadless if you want to. So the node is already set. Import image explains something like anything actually. This is me. Okay, I forgot to set shadless. Back. What? Blender crashed. I lost Blender. Okay. No. File, import image. I was here, so I set me. And there's a shadless material, so shadless. Okay. Use alpha, no, it doesn't matter. Override. Import. Okay, so to have a shadless material, you can just, as you can see, have your texture. Then there is a group here and a lot of nodes. If you listen to me, you just import an image as plane, create this material and use it as you want. So it's already set. Basically it is saying that shadow ray is mixed with camera ray, so it's glossy or limit. Yeah, it's complex, but you can figure it out. Anyway, it's already set. You just set your, you just link your node to the shadless that is already set. And then you go to that. Actually, yes, what the fuck? No, yeah, actually nodes could be very complicated at times. Especially what you do compositing. Once I've got something very crazy, you can find it on my ArtStation. Yes, I will go to ArtStation actually to show you. Oh yeah, ArtStation of course. This is me. Here, professional works. This one. Okay, these are just a couple of nodes I set up just in compositing. Only compositing. Inside those nodes you can find other groups with other nodes, with other groups, with other nodes. Or this one actually is full of nodes. I just did the motion graphics on compositing of Blender. So that is the reason why. Boom! Boom! Yeah, it can be very complicated sometimes. But if you watch it, you say, what the fuck? If you just make it, sometime you say, what? Was I to do this kind of mess, and then yes, I did this one. I did this one. Okay, so revert because did something wrong, and restart. Impossible not, just it takes time and a lot of think. You need to think a lot and take notes. Different kind of notes, like in nodes or colors or something. I usually set colors to the nodes, like this one, and the name, like this is important. So I know that this is important. Actually, I'm not writing this is important, but something else. Like this connects to this other thing. You can also make nodes that have just text. Yes, you can, and this way. Actually, I never did it. I just saw people doing it, so I'm trying. So you create a text node, and let's try it and write something. So text editor, note, and that's why something. Not. There was a way to actually read it here. Maybe no script. Maybe. I don't know, I want to figure it out. Because it was very interesting to do. Color, no. Vector, no. Converter, no. Script, no. Group, layout. Actually, I don't remember. Yes, but I have it. I could take a look. Only 15 years old. It's a good age to start learning Blender. Actually, I started, yes, when it was, I started at 20, I think, maybe 18, no, 20. At 18 I was doing AutoCAD, yeah. At 20, wow, it's a lot of time. Yes, I not use it every day, but it depended from month to month. Sometimes I passed months not using it, other time I used it a lot. Actually, it was not 20, it was, let me think, it was 20 and 15, like 2014, 2015, so it was now 5 years ago. It's 5 years I use Blender. I learned AutoCAD at school, actually, because I did the equivalent of architect. It is surveyor, but surveyor is not the good translation, because it's a work that is available and people study it just in Italy and in another place, I don't remember, maybe Portugal or something else. And yes, it's like an architect, so this is what I studied. And I started working like that. Then there was not that much of work, I was not earning, so I changed it. Anyway, I learned AutoCAD, I use it a lot, like every day for years, and I like that one. The profit is high where in Brazil for people doing AutoCAD. What I was doing? Yes, I remember. Okay, this is a work I did like 2 days ago. I finished it. So here there is that node I was talking about. here. Not. How did he do that? I can understand a little bit of Spanish, Brazilian, or something like that, because Italian is similar. It's not same, but it's similar. Okay, so these modules do this kind of work, and how did he... Okay. This is a frame note. I want to understand this one. How did he do that? Help. What the? Like, if now I start talking in Italian, like, no, questo non è vero, o non è per il profitto, o AutoCAD è molto importante per chi fa l'architetto, o like, what did you say? Brazilian is una merda? No, it's not that, I think. I don't know. I cannot talk that one, so I don't know. Portuguese is... it's interesting. Portuguese people do a lot of 3D. Actually, they're very inspiring me. I started learning 3D with Portuguese people. I think I learned to understand the language watching 3D things in AutoCAD. And then in Blender also, but Blender not that much, mainly AutoCAD. They're doing a lot of AutoCAD in Portugal. Don't know why. But they are very good. So I was trying to understand this thing. Color properties, shrink, no. If I remove that, okay. So not is wrote this way. Then this is a shrink, and if I duplicate it, no, it's not a script. Oh, maybe it is a join. Yes. Uno. Shrink. Ha! I understood how to do that. Cool. I love it. Discard. Changes. Reload the project. Wait, where is it? So to add a node, you just add layout frame, this one. Very interesting. Then we add actually a node. So text editor, nodes, write something. Cool. Not. It is working. Ah, it's fantastic. This is to write some node. Like this. Color. Hehehe. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay, now I'm happy. I come back. I can go back to work. Revert. Yes. But I don't know, because they conquered. Maybe Spanish people are not that good in history. Maybe Spanish people conquered Portugal. Oh, it was the same country. Then they divided and developed a language completely separated from Spanish. Anyway, the good part is that Spanish is understood almost worldwide. A lot of people understand Spanish. Portuguese, I think it's a little bit more difficult. to find people that talk it. A bit I can understand that, like I can, but maybe not talking it. Which languages do you learn in Brazil? That's good. Oh, Brazil Portuguese, didn't know it existed. It's the very first time I heard about it. Brazil Portuguese. So it's something like a mix between Portuguese and Brazil. Oh, French. We also studied French, but personally, I don't love that. A lot of people love French, but I don't like that. Don't know why. Maybe because I always found it difficult to learn. I live in Italy. Actually, in Italy at school it depends on the place, because on the northwest we study French and English. On the northeast instead we learn English and Spanish. So it's different. And actually I'm from the east, then I moved to the west. And in the east, like I said, it's Spanish. So maybe this is the reason why I can understand Spanish a little bit, even if I never studied it. Because, I don't know, maybe in the DNA. Don't know. But I can understand that. And also because I watched two Portuguese people teaching 3D. So that taught me a little bit of Portuguese and Spanish also, because I don't know why, but also Spanish. Maybe so someone. Actually, I'm not very sure I can spot the differences between Portuguese and Spanish. Not that much. Actually, my boss, when I was working as a architect, my boss had a place, an apartment in Brazil, and used to go to Brazil from time to time. So once asked me if I wanted to go with him. I never did. I a little bit regret it, maybe I could have find happiness or enjoy the trip. Obviously, Brazil. Do you like that? Would you stay there, move to another place? I've never been. Actually, I've never been outside of Europe, so. I'm doing something strange here. What is wrong? Oh, come on. What is it? No. Oh, yes. Actually, I'm not taking into control the bandwidth I'm using. Okay, 1 gigabyte. I have 15 gigabyte available, so okay. I understand my error. Good. I don't know. Which is? Can you link that? Of course I can. If you link that, I can. Printsearch.com. Which website is that one? Oh, didn't know. Go to the site. Wow, it's good. I like that. Well done. Very, very, very lightly. How much time did you take to do that? Did you take? Did it take? My English. You need to perform it better. Optical illusion. Wait. It's true. I didn't realize that. Whoa. Well, but... Ah, yes, it's true. Ah. Okay, you fully shit me. Didn't expect that. Okay. Oh yes. So actually I'm trying to reconstruct my bar, my family bar. So this is the reason why I'm adjusting this the other one thing. Okay, so here it's different. It's not like this. Whoa. So basically wait, it is the same project. Or is it different? This looks different. It looks very different. Wait, this goes there. Ah! Ah, it's true. Whoa. Okay, you're very good at that. You are actually very, very, very good at that. Okay. See you later. Okay, good. I come back in no time. I am here. Okay, how many people are following? One person watching. Only me. Hi, I am myself. I'm curious to watch myself. How much time am I live? 130 minutes. It's a lot of time. it's 2 hours almost. Nice. So, only me watching. Hi, fun. No, actually, I'm not. I will not publish the live that much. I just press it. OK, go live, and nothing else. So actually, I don't really know also your name. Is Contas? Contas? How to access my analytics for the live? Where is it? I cannot find it. Segalin. Ah, what? Israel is your name? Your surname? Israel Segalin. Oh. Have you find some people buying it? And then which kind of game? Maybe you'll find someone here buying it. In 2 people online, me and you. It's not me, probably, so maybe someone that watches the live lately. Okay, it's complicated. No problem. Anyway, your name is Segalin. Whoa. Well, it's actually good. Beveling doesn't work that much well. Not as I expected to. No, not exactly as expected. Something like this. Here I'm watching at references. found the error. Yeah, I found it. All of this should be... No. G epsilon 1 minus 1. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Just like me. So, because your parents are Italian and Brazilian? Or something like grandparents? And actually, I don't suggest coming in Italy if you are thinking to. It's not that much good, unfortunately. I mean, maybe to visit, yes, but economically is not that much. But maybe Brazil is worse, as you're saying. So I don't know which one it could be better. Oh. So you cannot understand Italian. Rio Grande do Sul. Oh. And probably Sicilian, because people from south of Italy happen to expatriate, to go everywhere. They spread everywhere. In the north it was actually more difficult. There are not as much as in the south. South? A lot. Don't know why actually. It's a mystery for me. Hehe. I mean, we have a lot of dialects. Like, for every state of Italy, we have a dialect, almost. I know the dialect from how to translate it? Veneto is where there is Venezia, Venice. Then there is this one where now I live, that is in Piedmont, it's Piemontese. But I don't know it. I don't know how to talk that. I just understand it. Actually, my one from Veneto is more similar to Spanish than the one here is more similar to French. Maybe this is the reason why we studied, or actually I didn't because I studied here, but people from there study Spanish instead. People from here study French because it's very much similar. And this is the reason why I can understand probably Spanish, because it's similar to the dialect of my origin state of origin, where I born. What was I? Yes. No. I know what is that, but it's a part of my state that I don't like. I find it offensive in people who believes in religious, who believe in God, because it's something against God. So I find it a little bit disrespectful, so I don't say that. Ah, no problem, you didn't know. Probably, or maybe you did, but no problem. Actually, where I live, yes, a lot of people say that, like in every phrase, every moment, every second, always. More time in a second, so always. It's like, no, I don't know, they say a lot. The contradiction here in Italy is that we are a very religious state. Basically because... wait a moment. I heard something. Huh. So basically because we are a very religious state, we have the church, the great church, we have the Pope, but at the same time we are, I think, the greatest population in wars against God, against the religions. Maybe we have this contradiction. So yes, here people say a lot of these kind of sentences. Without a reason, because maybe they are just talking, they just are just saying, I don't know, I drink juice and they are dead. Don't know. Yeah, but basically you believe in something that is, for example, science, that is good, but why saying something against... I don't know, it's like if you say I'm angry and say fuck science without reason, like, I don't know, fuck Jupiter, stupid Jupiter. It's not, there is no reason to say that. Why? It's not important. Fuck physics without a reason. So I find it stupid. I don't know. You say, no, thank me. You must thank me. I saved your life. I think a sort of a vignette with this thing. It could become a very popular meme if you do that. I need to link these two. I'm losing focus. Okay, so let's do this. Yes. Next in Z. Yeah. It worked. Now with a little bit of adjustments here, but it worked. Yes. Not exactly as I did. No, it's not correct. It's not exactly correct. I'm trying to make a, I don't know how to translate, now I search it. It's the place where people stay near the bar. The counter. No, good translation. Counter. Maybe it's not the better translation available. Balcone del bar. Bar counter. I didn't know. It's weird as translation. Okay, it's the one of my bar. It's like this. Not exactly like this, but similar. It is, wait, actually, this is the one from my bar. So I try to do this. It's actually this one. And continue this way. And then this way. I won't do that exactly the same, but similar. So, I did something wrong here. I'm doing it because I want to make an animation then with a mascot of the bar that is moving in a isometric space. So like a game. Maybe I will make something like a game. The idea is to make a game actually, but very slowly. Basically I would start with an animation or some vignette. Then I could move that. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I could try. Let's see how it looks like. So if here I had a basic, very basic glass. I think that it becomes too much elaborated. I wanted to keep it simple, very simple. So maybe index of refraction. No. I don't like that. I prefer a very easy diffuse. Yes. Maybe I could add that one if I insert some dishes inside the fridge. Inside the fridge. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Yeah. Glass. Something like this. So we need the material and let's say white. Very basic. Yeah, maybe it could work. It could be very interesting. Yes, good idea. I will add some dish inside. I'm not that good at making dishes. Oh, not good. This oh, the transparent effect. That's right. Yeah, so with a mixed shader, I'm getting it. Yes. So back. Yeah, it works. Thank you. Yeah, it works. Nice effect. Hehe. I could add something here, like a dish, and a double. Nah, it could stay like that. Just simple. Maybe in the future I will make it more complete, but for the moment this is more than enough. So let's wait for... I need to do something here because it's wrong. I feel it's so wrong. Maybe like this. No. I use both. Because I'm with version of Blender which is 2.79b.6. It is similar to 2.8. I can show you. System. Here, actually, I'm using CUDA, but CUDA also uses CPU. So actually, I'm using both. So it's quite fast. It's very faster than just GPU. Also because I'm in a Ryzen, and actually I'm using a lot of processes for the encoding of the live streaming, so it's not at its full potential. Yeah, GTX 1050 Titan, because it has 4 gigabyte. if I'm not wrong, 4 gigabytes of memory. 4 or 3? I don't remember. 4 gigabytes. And actually I'm using 1.3. What I was doing? Oh yes. Well, in Italy also it's like how much? I paid like I don't remember, 180, I think. No, 150 euros. So which are I think $180, which are I don't know in Brazil. In Italy, the minimum wage, there is not a real minimum wage, but it is like, it's considered low, very low, 700 euro a month. A good one is 2000, and a good normal one, not a low one, and wait, a very very good one, you know, there is no limit. Anyway, actually for my works I can reach, depends from month to month, but to 2000, 1500, 2000. Then you have to pay taxes. The taxes are very high in Italy. It's I think one of the countries with the highest amount of tax, so it's not really, it's really 2500. No, yes, no, it's not really truly 2500, but like 800, just 8. Yes, in euro. So are more dollars, because the exchange euro dollar, if I'm not wrong, is 1.12. Oh, okay, so it's a lot more. Don't you have dollar in Brazil? I feel so stupid at asking it. But Brazil? Dollar. One Brazil real equals to 0.27. It's bad. So basically, from United States they can buy in Brazil a lot of things, and millions. Oh yeah, 900, which is 230. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit difficult to buy some good equipment. Yes. It's bad. It's very bad. So there are places worse than Italy. I thought it was difficult, but there are. Basically, because if you buy in Brazil, you are okay, but if you buy things like technology, which is from foreign countries, you need to relationate with people like which use dollars, which use euro, which is a lot more than what you earn. And this is also means, well, explains why my boss used to invest in Brazil. He actually bought an apartment there. Not apartment, it's a whole palace, like. Probably because he spent not that much. Adhering what you're saying, he spent probably not that much. You are like in India. In India they don't not invest in Brazil. But maybe you will get better in the next years. Maybe. You could. I'm missing something here. Anyway, in India they earn like, as I read online, they earn like 20 euro in a month, something like that. The equivalent of 20 euro. 20, 30. What is wrong here? What did I do wrong? Ah, yes, now I understand. Now I understand. What is that? Okay. Look, I really hope that you get better. Yes. We'll see. We will see. Also, in Italy, we changed who is governing it, who is leading it, and something is starting to get better, but we will see. It's not for sure. A lot of words, and then the facts are different. Oops. Something like this. You could also model. You could start modeling something. We have a... Yes, of course we have a YouTube channel. Ideas come doing. Actually, I started with an idea which was to create the bar, of course, and then I want to move outside, yeah, and like a street, a park, and I don't know, something. I want to create a micro world in isometric, where basically the character can move inside here. They talk with who is on the back. They move. Something appears, some text. Then go outside. It's like something like a game, but animated. That is the idea, yes. Like not a city actually, but because I don't want to create a large environment, I just want to create some rooms, like Hub Hotel, for example. Everything in isometric, obviously. This is what I have in my mind. I don't know if we complete it. I think I will complete it because I'm liking it. Just if some work comes, maybe I won't complete in a short period of time. But now I have time, so I'm making it. Finally. I've been working so hard for a month that I couldn't sleep. Now finally I took a day off and now I'm working at this. Working, it's not like working, it's relaxing. I'm also making this live. I was not uploading anything to my YouTube since, don't know, a lot. Too much. No, I won't sell it. I will use it for this bar. So like a spot, an advertisement or something like that. And if I do, I think I will publish this in Creative Commons or anyway free to use. This is the idea. If I will. I'm feeling very good with the Creative Commons licenses. Actually, I use it a lot for project of other people, like the one you saw before that was used in a material, and I learned a lot. So I like to publish my works in Creative Commons usually, so other people can use that. Because I have already used it in my project, so it's not a problem. And I don't pretend to sell it. But maybe people can find it useful, like me. I have more jobs. I have not only one. I am a barista, like I said, so I work in the bar, not full time, but sometime. And I work as a CG artist, like now. But now I'm doing this not for other people, but for family. And also compositor, filmmaking, so video clips, music video clips, advertisement, or something like that. These kind of things, artistic things mainly. And then I study computer science, and sometimes I repair computers or something like. Now it's 7 of evening. It's almost 7:15. Today, actually, I am working because this is supposed to be then used as advertisement. As I said, I'm taking a couple of days off because I felt so much stressed. I've got a month with no sleep. The result should be 2,500 euro, but very stressful. I'm starting to lose focus, really. I should take a rest, a pause. Or maybe not. Or maybe not, because I solved that problem. Ah, okay, no, nothing, I finished that. I just need to raise the walls. No, what I'm doing. Back. Okay, so I'm raising the walls. How much? Extrude? Yes, I think for me. Done. 50? No. 50, yes. Or maybe it is too much. So, what are you studying at school, actually? Because in Italy we have a lot of different kind of school. So we have not a school with things that you do, but we have multiple kind of school. Like I did the one that directs me to engineering, architect, mainly architect. Then there is the one that you do just computer science, or there is the one that you do tourism, or you work with the gold, gold fusions. There are many kind of works: hydraulic, electrician, electric things. Yeah, our high schools are not fully high schools. It's like mixed. Oh, we don't have Blender classes. I'd love if we have, but if I had, but actually I just had Blender, no, not Blender, AutoCAD and Revit classes, which are not classes, are just lessons. So that is the reason why you're trying to bake. because it's about the classes. The class? No classes. It's plural. Yes. I'd like to learn it one day. Actually, I understood something today, trying to make it work for you. So I also learned it, so I'm very happy about. Yes, teachers are very important because bad teacher can make you hate something. Actually, a teacher might made me hate how to say that? A class, I can say, made me to hate topography, which is like geometry but applied to the work. The year before, I used to love it. I loved it. Then the new teacher came and I started to edit. So it's very important to have a good teacher. I felt so lost. Oh yes. I should add here some cube. Some stairs. Realistic is quite difficult. About realistic, this is my last attempt. This is my last attempt to do something like. Actually, I like it, the water. It ended up to be interesting. This was an error. Some tests. Oh. Yeah, it was for the work. One of the things that I don't know if I will publish. And I never do things for me, for my portfolio, and people don't know what I can do. It's very important, a portfolio. It's very, very important. Because when you search for someone, for some work, you look at that portfolio. If it is not available or is not very good, you don't employ that person. Generally. Okay. Hmm. Oh, actually, no, it is with the live. I use OBS. This one. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So actually, I could maybe deactivate it. No. Deactivate the screen capture. No. Yes. No, if I did deactivate it, okay, you cannot see that much. Well, anyway, it's by the program. So you have this one. Hey, it's obvious. If you search it, you will find a lot of tutorials and documentations. Yeah, it's too large. So we have a wall in here, cursor to select it. Maybe I should move the light. Yeah, like this. Okay, so I have this. This is one thing. Then, okay, actually it is too much. So, 2, 3, G. Okay. Oh, the audio music. The music of the audio. What? Which is this noise? What is? Whoa. What is that? Wait. Okay, let's see if now it's better. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Now it's better. Good. Welcome back. I'm watching at my statistics about the live. I want to see what? It's 3 hours I'm here. I completely lost the perception of time. Okay, so YouTube is saying me that I need to raise my bitrate. So I didn't check it before. Let's see if I can. Settings. Average bitrate. Let's see. We set for 4500. I don't know if I have the bandwidth to sustain that. Okay, maybe yes. Maybe it's working. Okay, 4.5 is working. Now you should see something better than before. Ooh, this is something I'm feeling very curious about. How is the internet connection? The speed of internet in Brazil? And actually I finished one more time my batteries. It's boiling. It's hot. Ooh. We have a very bad internet. Actually, I can only sustain this 4.5 upload because of a connection with limited gigabytes. I have 30 gigabytes at 40 megabytes megabit of upload, but only 30 gigabyte, and instead the flat one is 0.35 kilobit. It's very bad. Private incorporation. It is very bad. Internet is important, it must work. So I come back immediately. I just have to take the batteries. And also I put on charge the other one. One, two, three, four. Stop. Stai cucinando? I am back. Actually, welcome back to the new welcome to the new person that is watching. Actually, instead, I think I'm taking a pause because it's ready for dinner. It's 8 o'clock, no, a quarter to 8, so it's ready to have dinner, and so thank you for following me, and actually, Segai, I will meet you maybe in the future live. I think I will do other lives because I'm feeling very comfortable in it. I didn't think to, but I'm feeling comfortable. So thank you for following me, thank you for being me and inspiring me, and to let me know a little bit of Brazil. So Bye. And have a good evening. Hehe.